Today we're going for a late afternoon walk in Preservation Park. I had a potential buyer come to my house for a car earlier, and the guy took way longer than expected. I was hoping to be out of here much earlier. But I'll do it for the dogs anyway. I don't have anything better to do besides sitting in my grief at home watching YouTube, because I still can't stand to watch regular TV for some reason. Still zero reward. I've tried to. It just doesn't work for me. It's been just over 100 days since my wife decided she was going to separate and leave. And it's still just as painful every day waking up. Wake up in the morning and it's like there's a piece of me missing. And again, being so far in sobriety, and instead of keeping my coping mechanisms, I got rid of all my coping mechanisms. No drinking, no smoking, and trying to figure out what to do with my life and find new hobbies. I don't really want to do the same old hobbies that I used to. I don't really care to work on cars anymore. It's amazing how a 20-year relationship that just suddenly upends can change your entire life. I really don't want to do any of that stuff anymore. Now I just want to focus on getting debt-free and living in a minimal way and doing free activities like this. It only costs me a little bit of fuel to come here. And this helps me get my mind off of what's actually going on in my life. Again, I sound perfectly fine just kind of talking it out, but I am not. It's breaking me more and more every day. Sometimes it feels like it's getting a little bit easier on occasion, but not good enough. Not yet. Been watching a lot of videos on pretty much working just to cover what you care to do in life. That's pretty much all I want to do now. As long as my bills are paid. My wife's still helping out with the dogs and their food and taking care of them when I can't be at the house. She actually spends quite a bit of time with them on her days off. And then our neighbor also helps out as much as she can. But it's tough every day. I thought it was just me, a broken man that couldn't seem to get over this attachment. It's actually a pretty common thing. You build your life, this identity around being a husband, and that was pretty much my entire identity, besides drunken video game player guy, which I am no longer that guy, and I don't ever want to be that guy again. But trying to figure out who you are from that point it's not something that you can just figure out 100 days after somebody leaves. I keep trying to look and see what life is going to be like for me in the next 10 years, and I just can't see it. Ten years from now, I have no idea what the heck I look like. Am I still going to be doing this, just walking the trails with these dogs? all the advice that you read online is just take it day by day, that you don't have to figure out the rest of your life in tonight. I wish it was that easy to just think, yeah, I just need time to heal. It's not like that. You could feel okay 1 minute, like, okay, I'm accepting this, and then you look at a t-shirt or something in the house and it just reminds you that you are no longer that person. You're no longer the husband. Come here, guys. Come here, guys. Come on, it's a bike trail. Your dogs. Okay. I don't think they've ever seen a bike on this trail. No, don't chase it. Come here, guys. Come here. Come here. Peachy, you're all... Your collar's all messed up. Hold on. Peachy, come. Okay. Had a little collar mix up there after the bike incident. Yeah, every day you think you're doing a little bit better, and then just something reminds you. I was at work the other day, working on building this big machine, and I turn around and I seen a boathouse. And every time I look at that boathouse, I think of the time that me and my wife went down to the Keys, and I didn't show her any kind of appreciation, which I did appreciate the trip down there and the effort she went into to putting into the boathouse. But in hindsight, looking at it and realizing how she probably thought I felt about it versus how I actually did, she probably thought I was the most unappreciated person in the world. All I really cared about was drinking beer and going to whatever next restaurant. It was pretty much just where can I get another beer. That was my life down there. All the things that she's done in her life, to the invisible labor she put into all the trips that we've taken down there. It's been a lot. What was that, guys? Yeah, she put in a lot of effort, especially into that trip, and that was a big trip for both of us. That was for both of our 40th birthdays, and I really slacked on that one. I don't know how I became that guy. All I know is I don't ever want to be that guy again. I just wish I had the opportunity to show her I'm not that guy anymore. And I've said this before, unfortunately, I think it's too late. Yeah, is this supposed to be a peaceful walk? You guys are pulling a lot today. That wasn't like that before. Tree branch down. Yeah, the amount of apologies and sorries that I could offer up to her would never be able to fix what I've done. Again, I know I'm beating myself up for my mistakes here, but the most important person I had in my life is no longer in my life because of my own actions. And for me not caring for my own life, my own happiness. I've been unhappy for a long time, but it never had anything to do with her. It was my own stuff I had going on. And unfortunately, it bled into the home. One of the biggest things was my blindness to her illness. I don't know how, looking back in hindsight, I don't know how I was able to ignore what was actually going on and not ever look into what her disease actually was. Now that I look at it, and I had seen what kind of pain she was going through on a daily basis, the invisible pain that you can't even see, and what you could see. And I don't know how I didn't see that. I mean, again, I was a functioning alcoholic, but that doesn't really excuse my actions. All I know is if I ever did get another chance, I definitely wouldn't do that crap again. There's no way in hell. And again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I think it's too damn late. That's unfortunately what happens in most of these situations once somebody's already checked out and emotionally detached. It was such a shock to me, but she had already been checking out for quite some time. There was a big argument that we had a couple weeks prior to her leaving too, at a restaurant that she had chosen to go to, and we went. I ended up being a terrible spouse, being there with her, just complaining about the food, and somehow we got into talking about her work, and she had brought up a coworker's name, and I don't know why. I've always been jealous of her or jealous of guys that she works with, because she's always saying their names, and I know she was faithful to me, but it just bothered me so much to see the way that she was like distant towards me and always talking about these guys, this guy at work, that guy at work. And there was one specific name that always kept coming up, and for some reason it just bothered me. She's a beautiful woman. I'm not that great of a looking man. I always felt threatened by other guys around her. And this one specific guy, she had mentioned something about wanting to see him on ice skates, and it blew my mind up. She was only talking about a team bonding situation, which I've seen the guy in videos now. I can understand why she would want to see him in ice skates. I just didn't understand. I kind of blew up about it. And I think that whole argument really sparked off something big with her. I could feel that she was checking out for quite some time, but I didn't know what it was at the time. I thought it was just her being tired, the new job. But I really screwed the pooch on my life. My life will never be the same. Even if she were to come back, my life wouldn't be the same, but for the better. I'm just glad she still stays in these guys' lives and helps out as much as she can. And I just got to keep walking these trails and try to get better. Hopefully one day my attachment will start to wear off, and maybe we can even possibly be friends someday. I'm sure you guys hear all the stories of the people who leave and why they left. This is just me telling my story of why she left me. I was the bad guy here. And now I'm picking up the pieces of my life. Still have hopes that someday she'll see me for the man that I used to be and the man that I'm becoming. The doggies. It's gonna be a short walk today because it's hot. You got water in the truck waiting for you? Oh. So I had done some research on this and even asked some AI how long it takes somebody to heal from something like this, a major attachment bond that's been severed. And with clean cut contact, it was somewhere between 6 and 12 months. And for residual contact with the dogs and shared house situation on occasion where she comes and stays with them, even though there's nothing romantic about it, there's no emotion about our interaction, it extends the timeline anywhere to 6 to 18 months for somebody to heal and break the actual attachment. So that's another reason why I keep looking at what it's going to be like in 5-10 years. And unfortunately, what I need to keep looking at is how to get through the day and how to deal with tomorrow. 4:45 every morning, waking up with these guys, making sure that they eat and making sure that Manji gets his meds. Manji's not here. He's a little bit too old to be doing these walks. His hips and his legs can't really handle the trip. I'd like to take him out on walks like this, but he wouldn't make it very far at all. I hope he's not pacing at home right now. I gave him Kong with some peanut butter, so hopefully he's just relaxing. We'll get these guys some water and get them home, and then get ready for dinner. After dinner, I need to shower and then make my dinner, and then it's off to bed by probably 8:15, so we can get ready for 4:45 again tomorrow morning. Every day, 4:45. It's a repetition. Occasionally on the weekends I sleep until just after 5, but I normally get up right around 5 o'clock, so 15 minutes extra on the weekends. Another problem, if anybody's going through this or has gone through this, is the rumination during sleep. I have not slept well in well over 100 days. But anyway, if anybody does watch this, any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to hit me up in the comment section down below, and I'll definitely respond. Appreciate it. Say bye, Peachy. Bye, Peachy.